Hey, what's up guys? Jackson here with Toasty DIY, and this would be episode 4 of working on the Datsun 2000 Roadster. And sadly this one's kind of coming to an end because I actually just sold it. So I had a guy put a deposit on it, and he should be picking it up next week sometime. So I'm pretty sad that I didn't get to finish the project out, or at least get it to like a more solid point than the video showed. Really, in foreshadowing, all we really did to it was got it fully cleaned, figured out a lot of title work that needed to be done because the previous owner had jumped titles, so there was a lot of back taxes and other stuff that had to be kind of signed and put in order. So definitely a good amount of money there, but the good news is we did come out on top slightly. But I'm kind of the point where, if you guys saw the Audi TT video, that is a pretty cool car, and we're just kind of deciding, hang on to that one. Just had a lot of work done to it, and I'm going to be showing you guys in a minute. Basically, another reason why I need to get rid of this is I got a different Datsun that's kind of been on my agenda for a little bit, and so I just really needed the garage space again, because I've actually had to park the Audi outside recently, which obviously for having to keep this inside instead isn't really worth it. And I have this beautiful Roadster over here, which you guys may not have seen on DIY before, but this is my 1967 Datsun Roadster, which is kind of one of my dream cars as well. And I've had this one for at least 7 or 8 years now, so I definitely plan on keeping this one in part of the collection. And this one's just super clean, and it's cool because this one's really rare. The 2000s are definitely very desirable. They have like the slightly wider fender flares. They kind of sit a little different. I'd almost say slightly more aggressive in many ways. And they have the kind of more desirable U20 2-liter with the 5-speed transmission, as opposed to this 1.6 R16 with the 4-speed. But this one was fully restored in the 90s, so it's just a much cleaner car that just doesn't really need anything. And like I said, just because of the kind of sentimental value, that's the one that kind of needed to go. And like I said, one of the reasons I'm getting rid of that one is for this. This is a 1970 Datsun 521 pickup, and I got this not too long ago for what I would consider to be just like a fair price. I wouldn't call it like good or anything. But the good news is it's a fairly clean car. So lots of surface rust, a little bit of floor pan rust, but overall the car is like very original, which is really cool. It even has really original exhaust even. It looks like at one point like the muffler was replaced, but that's like pretty much it. Other than that, it still even has the original downpipe welded straight onto the exhaust manifold. This one has an L16, so sort of kind of similar to the Roadster in terms of the displacement, but this is like your more standard overhead cam, while the R16 is like a pushrod engine. But yeah, lots of parts for this thing. We've already fully gone through and kind of sandblasted and cleaned the inside of the fuel tank. We coated it, we painted the outside of it. Got some decently fresh fuel in there with some new filters, which I'll need to replace soon. But yeah, this thing is really clean compared to some of the other Datsuns I've had in the past. And it's definitely like I describe it as like a work truck. I mean, it's kind of, once I get some of the stuff done to it that I want to do to it, it'll definitely be ready to kind of use, and while looking and feeling cool, of course. The bed's also very clean too. It's kind of pitted a good amount. Let's see if the camera can reach up here. Yeah, okay, yeah, you guys can kind of see that. So yeah, I mean, overall it's a pretty straight truck. The interior is not too bad. I think if I remember right, the ceiling area is really good, which is nice. I don't need like new headline or anything, but it has like the bench seat. It's a little tore up, but overall pretty good shape. So the plan with this truck, which kind of completes the collection, so I basically have the Datsun Roadster, Datsun pickup, and then in the other garage, the Datsun 280Z. So I got the coupe, coupe slash sedan, the convertible, and then the truck. So kind of where I want to be with my Datsun collection. Maybe one day, we'll get like a 510 or a wagon or something like that. It'd be really cool to have like a something that can actually seat more than 2 people. I guess arguably this truck can seat 3. But we got a new radiator. Let's see, thermostat. one of the seals for the thermostat. We have a lot more stuff inside too. And then a lot of brake stuff, and we also have the full front disc brake conversion. I think it's from, what is it, Silvermine Motors or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. And this one even has some somewhat newer shocks. I know they're just like CarQuest brand, but you know, I'm assuming they're still pretty decent. I don't really know until I get to drive it though, because I've not actually gotten to drive it yet because it didn't run or anything when I got it. So I got it running. We get the fuel tank to where it actually can run off its own power. We have a Weber, what is it, the 3632 or 3236 carburetor, the red line one. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's engine bay wise, it needs a lot of work, but it's still one of those like projects where I'm just kind of slowly but surely getting there. I think I got new radiator hoses, like basically all new like coolant system stuff. I have not messed with any of like the ignition stuff yet. It's really just been fuel tank and getting it moving on its own. So it does have a new clutch master, secondary. It has a new brake master. And then like I said, we're gonna be redoing the rear brakes just with new components, but we'll keep it at drums. And then the front is getting the disc brake conversion. I did notice that one of the, it's not this one, yeah, one of the front wheel bearings is definitely bad. I think it's this one. Yeah, you guys can hear that. I was like, I should probably go ahead and get that taken care of while I'm doing the brakes, or kind of before the brakes. But yeah, it's a super clean truck. And I'm really excited to have it in the collection to kind of complete it. And like I said, I'm excited to you know, give this one to a new owner. This guy's somewhat passionate about Datsuns as well. This will kind of be his first one, but he said he really likes the Japanese cars, and he said he doesn't really want to be able to try to afford a Z that's in decent shape. So I don't blame him for getting this one. Not to mention that, as I told him, this is a really rare car. I mean, to my knowledge, there's probably really only maybe a couple to a few hundred kind of known to exist and still be like somewhat road operable. And even then, there was only like a few thousand of them ever even made. And you know, this one's cool. It has definitely some like history to it. A lot of the parts are pretty original. So minus just this, which is like the horrible rust and everything. You know, the frame rails are pretty solid. There's some rust on them, but definitely a very repairable car, very drivable car once it's done. It has extra parts that come with it. And like I said, we worked out a pretty good deal where I'm not making really, I mean, honestly, after everything I spent on, I'm probably almost breaking even, but I'm at least feeling like I'm coming out a little on top, just getting the garage space back and getting what I paid for it plus some. So yeah, overall pretty happy. Somewhere in here, I don't really know where or when, you know, I'm kind of having what I was doing in episode 4, which I kind of paused on a long time ago, is I was going through and replacing the hoses, basically anything that was dry rotted. So I was doing new hoses for fuel, radiator, a bunch of other stuff, basically to be able to get this thing like running on its own, because right now it's just kind of ran on starting fluid since we don't have things hooked up, but it is ready for that. Like really, it should just need hoses and then it should run on its own. I didn't buy, I did buy a new clutch master, and then we got a clutch secondary. And I went OEM with those because they weren't super expensive. Now the dual master brake cylinder here was like, I mean, the cheapest you can find one from what I was really seeing if you want a dual like this was a few $100s, because most of them are either new on shelf or they're remanufactured. And these original like Nabco or the similar brands sometimes are really expensive. So I'm kind of glad that I'm not having to buy that for it either. But yeah, super solid car. Like I said, I wish I had more time to work on it, but I kind of made the, I don't know if you call it mistake or not, but like I said, just I saw this deal pop up and I really got the itch and just had to grab it. So I've been just really putting all my, any of the free time that I actually have to work on this, which, like I said, not upset about. I really would rather have something that I don't already have rather than having, you know, something that I guess you could say is slightly cooler than the red one. But realistically, for me to get the black 2000 close to like the quality of this red one, it would take me a lot of money and a lot of time and effort, and I just don't really have that at the moment. So like I said, episode 4 kind of coming to an end on the Datsun 2000, but you know, keep in mind you guys are going to get some content on the Datsun 521 as well. I definitely kind of made this video more about the 521 because I figured you guys didn't need like a you know, 12+ minute video on me just selling this car. So yeah, hopefully you guys will get kind of like a episode 1/2 soon of the Datsun pickup truck. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you guys you know, enjoyed the 4-episode series here if you ended up watching it all. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.